Brief, a space for everyone and especially for our English-speaking community. I'm Maria, and today we have important local updates from San Miguel, but let's begin with the exchange rate. The US dollar is currently priced at 60.35 pesos to buy and 17.48 pesos to sell. These figures may fluctuate through the day changes in global markets and local economic factors, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on updates. If you are planning to exchange money or make an international purchase, checking the last rate can help you to make a smarter financial decision. So here we are just giving you the exchange rate as always because it is important to you to know this information, and remember that into the San Miguel Brief we are always going to share news. We're always going to share this and more of the details about San Miguel International, but of course some important facts that you may want to know. And let's move to the weather because San Miguel is currently sitting around 24 degrees with a soft breeze moving through the streets and creating a very pleasant atmosphere. Yes, it's so beautiful, so you don't need to worry about anything. It's a lovely day overall, so bright, comfortable, perfect for enjoying time outside without the heat feeling overwhelming. But for tomorrow, we are looking at colder start as early in the morning temperatures are expecting to dip about 8 degrees as the day progresses. Temperatures will rise steadily, reaching up 27 degrees by the afternoon. So expect a refreshing morning that slowly give you a way to a warm and enjoyable day. Just a keep light jacket, and that's everything that you need to do for the early or night hours. So there you have the weather. Again, it's kind of very pleasant at this moment. Nothing just to take care about it. Or maybe you just go outside and enjoy right this moment. It's something really beautiful to have these temperatures because it was not that hot enough and it was not cold enough. So it was better because into the last days we are just showing that there is a lot of breeze, that there is a lot of cold temperatures. So right now we are just having like a great temperature, and of course for tomorrow we expect kind of the same temperature, so it will be perfect. This is just perfect if you want to make a trip, you want to plan something especially, and just to have in mind this weather so don't interrupt when your activities or anything that you consider important. And of course in the screen you are watching at this moment the WhatsApp of the San Miguel Brief, so you can just contact us by sending us a message if you notice something kind of weird or if you just want to share information, so everyone here in the space will know and have this important information. And now we're moving to a capsule because today we observe Epilepsy Day, this condition that has a lot of people around the world, and of course we just need to empathize. Of course we just need to have all the information, all the details about this so we could know more about this condition, and of course we could help more and more people that is around us with this. So let's see this video clip for everybody, and of course to have this in our minds.
Today we observe International Epilepsy Day, a worldwide initiative aimed at increasing understanding, reducing stigma, and supporting the more than 50 million people living with epilepsy across the globe. Epilepsy is a chronic neurological condition marked by recurrent seizures, which occur to the sudden bursts of electrical activity in the brain. While it can affect people of all ages, backgrounds, and cultures, access to diagnosis and treatment remains equal in many parts of the world. Medical experts emphasize that with proper care, medication, and social support, most of individuals with epilepsy can live full and active lives. However, misinformation and fear still lead to discrimination in school, workplace, and communities. International Epilepsy Day serves as a reminder that Awareness is a powerful tool. Education helps break myths and encourage compassion. This day also highlights the importance of continued researching, early detection, and public health policies that ensure access to neurological care. Families, healthcare professionals, and advocates around the world come together to share stories, promote inclusion, and celebrate resiliences of those who live with epilepsy. By recognizing International Epilepsy Day, we reaffirm a global commitment to dignity, understanding, and equal opportunities for everyone affected. Awareness is not just about knowledge, it is about building society where neurological conditions are met with support, respect, and humanity.
So at this moment, there you have a lot of information and the things that you may want to act when you face a situation with this kind. Of course, it is complicated, and most of the time we're just shocking and we don't know what we need to do if we are just with someone that is passing for this situation. Of course, there you saw like a little detail about the things that you need to do, or of course it's something that most of the time we don't have in our minds because we just are going on in our days and we don't think about these circumstances and all the things that happen around the world. And most of the time there is a lot of aspects and a lot of situations that we just need to have in our present because there is something and we don't know what is these things are going to happen. We don't know if there is any occasion that we just need to express and show our the skills that we have for saving people or just to give them a great threat in this situation. So of course it's something that we really need to care about, and of course in particular is something that we need to be informative because this could happen to everyone, and this is a risk for everybody, just that they try to make something for they to give their own help, but at the final they are making mistakes and maybe it's something really wrong. Some of the things that are so common is that the people try to put something on their mouth so they can even bite their tongue. But whenever they do this, they just put a lot of strong things on their mouth, like kind of rocks, kind of instruments that are kind of crazy just to have it on their mouth. Of course, there's something scary, and whenever you see that they are biting their tongue and there is a lot of blood coming off their mouth, we always get scary. But in these moments, there's information that it's better just to put them on a great position so they can't still affect themselves, but do not introduce something dangerous on their mouth. So like this case, there is 1,000 on the social media, on the networks, and every out on the internet that you can search on. Of course, go in with an expert and ask these questions and just to notice, because this is something that we really need to contribute, that we really need to be on this community, in this space. This is not just for you, this is something for everybody. So we really need to take care about the situation. So moving into another news about the things that we really need to care about, we have a report about the fire department, about the incidents that happen on the weekends. Of course, this is something that we really care, especially if you are living here in San Miguel, because most of the time they give us recommendations, they give us as well a few important information that we need to hear.
These are the activities carried out by the Honorable and Historic Volunteer Fire Department of San Miguel de Allende during this past week. We continue to serve and assist the community. In this regard, we want to continue recommending and asking those who use grass-burning practices, especially for clearing lots or plots, to avoid doing so. Honestly, this has been very intense over the last week, with numerous service calls. The most important thing to consider is that we are harming our planet, which at the end of the day is the only home we have. We are suffocating ourselves and destroying the vegetation. Please, if anyone detects someone causing a fire, report it. Remember that reports are always anonymous, and the most important thing is to take action so that those responsible for starting these fires can be held accountable. We also want to address an increase in gas leak calls. We ask all rural communities to please request service for 10, 20, or 30 kilogram portable cylinders from companies that send a proper truck with the appropriate cylinders. Lately, we've noticed many gas tankers filling portable tanks by the liter. Remember that portable cylinders must be weighed beforehand. They are sold by weight, kilograms, to know exactly how much gas is being put in. Frequently, when using a tanker truck, we've found people paying more than 50% extra. It ends up being much more expensive. Beyond the cost, there is the risk. Most of the leaks we've handled recently have been due to overfilling. Owners mention they go to refueling stations or that a tanker truck passed by their home in the community and filled it there. It is vital to understand the responsibility of the company supplying gas this way. This puts everyone nearby at high risk during the filling process and creates an unsafe environment at home. After an accident, nothing is ever the same. Gas companies have a legal responsibility to cover damages. If you spot a tanker truck performing this practice, report it immediately to 911. We cannot allow this practice to continue. We continue our service to the community with 42 years of attending to our city's needs. Our direct line is 415-152-2888.
So in this information, this is particularly the same that we are just giving from another reports and another dates, but this is just again because at this moment it happened in a lot of times ago. So there is asking just the same things that you already know. If you notice something weird, if you notice that someone is just causing and making a fire, it's something that we really need to make for. And of course that we really just need to take care about it, because it is not like that easy, or maybe it is easy for some people just to think that, well, I'm going to make this for fun and it doesn't even care. So of course we just need to take action on those things and just start thinking about the consequences. And this is particularly important because the consequences are not just like on your homes or your schools, that of course there are consequences, but in this case this could affect 100 of people because it is a potential risk. And of course there are, most of the time we don't remember that there are a lot of cables on the area that as well, if they feel that hot, they just can explode and make something really bigger. So just pay attention of the things that you are making, being conscious, and that's not something funny. That's something that it doesn't have like a really meaning for making it that. So you just need to think about the things that you are doing before you are going to make something really bad or cause a potential risk. So now we're moving to something really interactive, because at this moment we have a capture that about El Chorro. So I know that a lot of you guys already hear a lot of information about El Chorro, but you don't have maybe the idea of what it is, or maybe you look a lot of the steps and you're like, okay, that's fine, I'm gonna stay over here, I don't want to go over there. But if you were thinking about that case particularly, I'm glad to tell you that Osvaldo, one of our co-workers on the San Miguel Brief, have this initiative to just go to the Chorro and make this film for you, and of course count all the steps that you can find over there. So let's see this, and it's so entertaining.
And now we move on to a story about El Chorro. For all of you who may not only hear about this and may not know exactly what is information reference to, we'll be sharing the route as well the number of steps that El Chorro has.
There are 183 steps, so there are so many steps. But I know that whenever you go to the Chorro, you will see a lot of beautiful things over there, and of course, there will be a lot of portraits that you will take because it's something really beautiful, and particularly, this is kind of an experience. If you're trying to make an exercise or just try to put your own shape, this is something really common that all the San Miguelenses make, just like go to and train to the Chorro. So it's something at this moment you will see like kind of easy, but I promise that at the first time it will be kind of hard, or maybe that you will sweat a lot and that probably you get tired. But of course, this is anything that you can't do, so just go over there and live this San Miguelense experience. And of course, there has a lot of views, and over there you could go to the like a climb, and they will see a different point and a different perspective of the city, so it's something that is really worth it. So now we're passing to our next section, that is Heads Up.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
So now we're passing to the first announce that we have, and just pay attention because this Thursday, tomorrow, we'll have Magic Touch, 2 guitars at the same time. For Rafael Flores, it will be at 6 p.m. at Sala Quetzal. And to the second announce that we have, especially at the public library, it is the Jewels of World Cinema, Los Olvidados. But the director is Luis Buñuel. It will be of 85 minutes in Spanish with English subtitles, and this will be at Teatro Santana on February 11. And the last event that we are having is A Room of One's Own, The Woman Show by Catherine Brine. This February 12, 13 and 14 of 2026. The Thursday 12, it will be at 1 p.m., Friday 13 at 6 p.m., and Saturday 14 at 1 p.m. at Teatro Santana.
Heads Up, this is World Around Town.
So here we go again, one time just in this beautiful space, the San Miguel Brief, with another episode. And of course, as I always say at the last of Heads Up, our beautiful section, this is a part where you can participate here. You just send us if you have something special, if you're planning to make an event, something really important with a lot of history, culture, or maybe anything that we don't know at this moment, but we want to know. The only thing that you want to make, or that you need to make if you want to appear in this space, is just contact us to our WhatsApp, that is 415-296-4668, and there, whenever you send us a message, talk with us about your idea, anything important that we need to have. There, after that, we're going to send you a message back as well with all the information, all the details, anything that you need to have before coming up to the show. And this is something easy, and of course, we're just there for every time that you need it. And now we are moving to our national news. And in the first, we have residents in Tequila, Jalisco, are expressing frustration, especially members of the tourism sector, after protests escalate and participants react by removing and cutting their beds as a sign of discontent.
¿Qué tal, amigos del Occidental? Pues en este momento trabajadores turísticos del municipio de Tequila pues están rompiendo los chalecos que utilizan como identificación. Ellos argumentan que estos les fueron impuestos por el alcalde Diego N., además de pues ser del color de su partido, que les tuvo un costo, y la credencial que utilizan también es de 800 pesos. Con esta medida ellos pues intentan que se regule esta situación y que se les permita trabajar sin ningún tipo de acondicionamiento aquí en el municipio de Tequila, además de denunciar cuotas en las pulseras para el turismo, que aumentaron de 25 a 50 pesos y que para Semana Santa se pretende aumentar hasta 100 pesos.
So now we are just having a lot of news of what's going on in Tequila, Jalisco, and this is the things that are passing at this moment. Of course, there is a lot of discontent on the people, especially in the sector of tourism, because they are saying that they are just facing some problems, that they are just asking that they need to give a percentage of money. Of course, this is something that is kind of particularly hard at the same time, and with a lot of missing information, with a lot of missing pieces. So we hope that for the next days we can clarify the situation that now they are facing. And continuing with more news, we turn to a Sheinbaum's response rating of the Super Bowl, because if you don't remember, yesterday were the Super Bowl, and of course there is a lot of things about this particular theme, and the first one is that the artists that were performance, it was Bad Bunny, and of course at this moment that they are just facing a lot of problems with ICE and Donald Trump, there are a lot of things, because it was the first Super Bowl completely, like fully on Spanish. So of course there was a lot of people that were not agree with this situation. There was 1,000 opinions, and as well we want to know what Sheinbaum need to tell about this Super Bowl.
¿Qué les pareció a ustedes? Muy interesante, ¿no? Haya cantado en español en el Super Bowl, y que pues el mensaje sea de unión de América, del continente americano, porque menciona en todos los países que menciona al final de la canción a todos los países, incluido Estados Unidos y Canadá. Entonces está hablando del continente americano. Pues muy interesante, ¿no? Y muchos símbolos en efecto. Y en efecto, el mejor antídoto contra el odio es el amor.
So now that we hear her opinion, it will be something really useful for us, and of course we want to know, and we just want to see all the opinions that you have about this theme, in particular what is important, if you like these performers or you would prefer another artist, or what do you think about his speech on the Super Bowl. Anything is something really particularly interesting, because there is 1,000 of people just saying a lot of things about. Most of the day really liked. Most of the day they think that Bad Bunny makes something really important for everybody, just for all Latin America, and of course something that inspires everyone just to make us feel proud of our countries. So we want to know your opinion about this case. And finally, we have an update on the risk and of the sickness that we are having outbreak currently facing parts of Mexico, and as well something that are facing and happening right now at Mexico City.
Ya es obligatorio el uso de cubrebocas en las escuelas del Estado de México por el brote de sarampión. Desde este lunes 9 de febrero, las autoridades impusieron la medida para tratar de frenar los contagios. Al momento reportan 29 casos confirmados. De acuerdo con Macarena Montoya, secretaria de Salud del Estado, en las escuelas también tomarán la temperatura y habrá observación. Este es el segundo estado que impone el uso de cubrebocas. El primero fue Jalisco y se los platicamos. A la par, en la Ciudad de México comenzó una campaña masiva de vacunación contra el sarampión. Hasta el viernes 6 había 166 casos confirmados. ¿De qué tamaño estarán viendo las autoridades la crisis que ellas mismas dejaron crecer? Que las 16 alcaldías tendrán puntos para vacunarse de manera gratuita con 1,500 brigadistas. Tomen nota, la hora de atención es de 9 de la mañana a 11 de la noche, todo ese lapso. Por eso les digo, ¿qué estarán pronosticando? En utopías, estaciones del metro, metrobús, cablebús, trolebús, mercados y kioscos. De acuerdo con la Organización Panamericana de la Salud, la OPS, México ocupa el primer lugar en casos de sarampión en América, con 8,411 confirmados. En 2024, o sea, el último año de gobierno de López Obrador, la cobertura de vacunación en México estuvo por debajo de los niveles recomendados, y lo dice la propia organización. Alcanzó una cobertura de 80% en la primera dosis contra el sarampión, la segunda dosis apenas llegó a 69%. Muy bajo, y por eso estamos metidos hoy en este problema.
So now it's something that we all are worried about, because it's something really easy just to being in touch with somebody and kind of be affected and infected. And of course, it's something that goes to your health. But as well, in here in San Miguel, we just share a lot of information, the places that you can go and take your vaccine. So I hope that in the next weeks, we have more information about this so we can share with you and give you all the details where you need to go just to take your vaccine. And of course, you just need to follow the recommendation. And if you think that in this time you just need to wear a mask, so you need to be protected going outside, it would be better if you do it. I mean, it's something that we really need to be care of. And of course, now it's getting bigger. He was just saying that at this moment, it is kind of unusual to have those vaccines areas with that long time. So of course, we just hope that it is just for something really great, that everybody could go over there and not because something really terrible is going to happen. So this is the final of the San Miguel brief. I hope that you really like this episode, that you find a lot of new information, a lot of new attractive information as well. So I hope to see you tomorrow with more news. If there is anything that you can say about this show, let us know on the comments. And of course, we want to hear your opinion about the Super Bowl. If you have any other opinion, it will be something really good to read you. And as well, just tell us, what do you think about the chorro? If there is anything that you like about it, if you've never been there, if now at this moment you want to go and maybe count all the steps or just make an exercise. So of course that will be something really useful and funny, and I wish you the best if you go over there. This is everything for today, and I'll see you tomorrow with more news.